Kicking things off, the media's hypocrisy on cancel culture is under the microscope. We're talking about the double standards and the shocking aftermath following the death of Charlie Kirk. Dale Jackson is calling it out, and you won't believe the fallout. But wait, it gets even wilder. The right is now calling for firings and investigations after Charlie Kirk's death, sparking a massive debate on free speech. Vice President J.D. Vance, Attorney General Pam Bondi, and even President Donald Trump are involved. Is the right embracing the very cancel culture they've condemned? We've got the deep dive. Next up, we're dissecting the contradictions of Steven Pinker. His new book tackles common knowledge, but his takes on current affairs are sparking controversy. Is he a brilliant psychologist or an overconfident pundit? We're exploring the lines he's blurring. And finally, we're looking at EMS personnel and their rights of speech. In the wake of Charlie Kirk's death, first responders are facing intense scrutiny over their social media posts. What are their rights and what are the consequences? We've got the essential primer. Stick around, you don't want to miss this. The media's hypocrisy on cancel culture is being exposed. For years, we've seen media outlets and political figures demand accountability for conservative voices, creating a climate of fear. But following the tragic death of Charlie Kirk, the script flipped. Those who celebrated his demise are now being shielded, while others face backlash for speaking out. Dale Jackson, a prominent voice on WVNN, is leading the charge, questioning this blatant double standard and demanding consistency in how we address public discourse. This isn't just about online debates, it's about the integrity of our public conversations and the fairness of the platforms we use. The hypocrisy is stark, and the public is taking notice. But what happens when the tables turn? Stay tuned as we explore the right's own embrace of cancel culture in the wake of Kirk's death. Is the right now a champion of cancel culture? The killing of conservative activist Charlie Kirk has ignited a firestorm, leading to demands for firings and even federal investigations into those who criticized him. This is a dramatic shift, as conservative politicians and pundits who have long decried cancel culture are now employing its tactics. We're seeing MSNBC analysts lose their jobs, pilots grounded, and columnists dismissed, all for their online opinions. Vice President J.D. Vance urged reports to employers, while Attorney General Pam Bondi's initial tough stance on hate speech and President Trump's announcement of investigations into far-left groups have intensified the debate. This raises critical questions about the state of free speech in America and whether the right is adopting the very methods it once condemned. Guests like Will Creeley from Fire and columnist Christine Flowers join us to unpack this complex issue. From political discourse to academic thought, another prominent figure is facing scrutiny for his views on cancel culture. Steven Pinker, brilliant psychologist or contradictory pundit. Steven Pinker's new book, When Everyone Knows That Everyone Knows, delves into the fascinating concept of common knowledge. He masterfully explains psychological phenomena with clarity and engaging examples, drawing parallels from game theory to pop culture. Pinker argues that cancel culture is a form of censorship, driven by the urge to prevent ideas from becoming common knowledge. However, his analysis falters when he ventures into current affairs. While Pinker's exploration of common knowledge is insightful, his discussion of cancel culture is criticized for its one-sided examples, focusing solely on the left while ignoring instances on the right, and for neglecting cases involving genuine harm. This selective approach leaves readers questioning whether he's offering a balanced perspective or a biased commentary. And speaking of heated debates, we're shifting gears to examine the consequences of speech for those on the front lines of our communities. EMS personnel and their free speech rights in the spotlight. In today's charged social and political climate, emergency medical services professionals find themselves navigating a minefield of free speech issues, especially after the death of Charlie Kirk. While dedicated to serving their communities, EMS personnel, like all employees, must balance their personal opinions with their professional responsibilities. Social media posts, even those made off-duty, can have significant workplace consequences, leading to discipline or termination. This is particularly true in a profession where public trust is paramount. Speech that is deemed divisive or hateful, regardless of intent, can tarnish the confidence the public places in these vital services. It's crucial for EMS providers to understand that their First Amendment rights are not absolute and that certain categories of speech are unprotected or less protected. Agencies are urged to update training to include guidance on off-duty conduct and social media use, ensuring professionalism is maintained both on and off duty. That's a wrap on today's crucial updates. But before you go, let's quickly recap the headlines that rocked the news cycle. All right, DramaCast Nation, that was a whirlwind. We covered the media's cancel culture, hypocrisy after Charlie Kirk's death, the right's own dive into cancellation tactics, Steven Pinker's controversial takes, and the free speech tightrope EMS personnel are walking. Don't miss our next episode for more breaking news and deep dives. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, drop a comment below with your thoughts, and follow us on all social platforms for exclusive content. See you next time.